Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Panthers. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
2nd down, 8.
Double tight, guys. Come on, baby. Get excited. Let's go. Set.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Carolina first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
Second and just one. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn it and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
On second down, Lynch throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
From the red zone now, here's Lynch on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a carry here for the fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. It's the fullback. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Watch him now, Marty. Good. Here we go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start.
Watch him now, Marty.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set.
Here we go. Detroit.
Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack.
Let's go. 3-19. Good. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Check.
And the wideout in motion. Out of the gun now. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Carolina getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clear.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And now Lynch. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit. Here we go now. Go. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, and moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense. Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, here's Lynch. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Detroit! Leopard! Now let's go! Green!
Play action. It's Lynch. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it was almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Time to step aside. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flush to his right. And the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will push his way. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They come out here in the eye. Both the run and pass still in play here on third and goal from the 3. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go back to the air here after the INT. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that leads to a Carolina first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 10. It's Lynch again. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
Throwing, Lynch, escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They come out with one back and three tight ends. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down. Jeez, don't you at least want your guys to get a drink of water? Probably pretty thirsty. Whatever, your wish, our command. Third quarter now. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3rd down now following the run. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
And the play clock's running down. They'll set up a throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Play clock winding down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 6 on the play, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
This one, right, they kind of rubbed their nose in it. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw, and he fires one incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They come out here in the eye. It's a quarterback sneak. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And quickly, they get to the line.
They pick it up on third and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And now the offense gets set for play number 15 on this drive. It has been a long, long stanza for this unit. Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And they'll run it here. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down following the incompletion. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Their big tight end from 3 yards out. And the Bucs are now an extra point away from leading this game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. 2nd and 10 now. It's Lynch. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watching that body. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. He's got his man on the crossing route. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Tight left. 4 down. Check. Here we go now.
On 2nd down, Lynch. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, Lynch. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Third and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.